He's looking for food. And this rubbish tip is where Juan will get his next meal. He's just 11 years old. There's a flurry of excitement as he spots something. It's a bundle of notes, but even a brick of bolivars is worthless. Venezuelans are struggling with annual inflation at 2 million%. Yes, you did hear right. Thousands are starving and 3 million have fled all of this to neighbouring countries, including Juan's parents. He's now all alone, fending for himself.
My father is in Colombia and my mother is in Peru.
So who are you with? Who are you living with?
¿Con quién estás? ¿Con quién estás viviendo?
Solo.
Alone.
Solo aquí.
Alone here.
How long have you been alone for?
¿Por cuánto tiempo has estado solo?
Muchos años.
Too many years.
Everything edible they find is now precious. But even here on this dump, there's not a lot.
Food.
Then a bag full of leftover scraps is found. It's putrid in this heat. The flies are swarming all over the bag. But the group devour it. Hunger makes for very few choices in Venezuela. And if you're a child all alone, it's just a question of survival. They're shouting for water. Most of Maracaibo's been hit by water shortages. Some areas haven't had running water for 2 years, so they have to get it where they can. Many here talk about the water making them ill. There's been a breakdown of services. This is actually one of the waterways, now so clogged with rubbish you can barely see the water. A short distance downstream, we found more people desperately trying to collect water. It's become a full-time job for many, and many here blame these problems on their leader. This guy needs to go. Maduro needs to leave the country, and the Venezuelans will remain here. If it's difficult in the city, it's a whole lot harder out in the countryside. Erica's bringing up her 3 boys on her own after her husband died 4 months ago. She's down to her last 3 matches and lives from day to day selling small cups of coffee. She makes less than $1 a day, enough to buy 2 pieces of yucca and a plantain. This will be the only food she and her boys eat today.
Do you think Nicolás Maduro should leave?
¿Crees que Nicolás Maduro debería abandonar la presidencia?
Yo creo que si no hacen nada por el país, sí.
If he doesn't do a single thing for the country, yes.
Sea beneficiable, sí.
Erica's boys sometimes do this 5 times a day. All this in the country with the world's largest oil reserves. The poor used to be the backbone of the Venezuelan leader's support, but that support appears to be ebbing away fast. Alex Crawford, Sky News in Maracaibo, Venezuela.